right. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the new name of the live stream, which is The Way of the Lazy Coder. If you missed last week, someone else started a stream called The Lonely Coder like about a month before I did, which was freaky. I mean, I searched around at the time, but they weren't visible and I was invisible. So rather than fight with them about it, I changed the name. So it's The Way of the Lazy Coder now, and eventually I'll change my logo so it's a little bit more representative. But anyway, yes, Nave, you win. You're the winner. You're winning first. If you're also interested in interacting, you can join my Discord, which you should be able to find a link to that in the description of the video on YouTube. And let's see, I guess that about, yeah, I think we're getting ready to go. So we're working on, for recap, we're working on the Infinite Whiteboard project, which I call UMDraw because I'm not good at names, and I called it order of magnitude draw, so it's UMDraw. And then after the fact, I kind of thought like, oh, it's kind of like Zoom Draw, but it's actually not. So maybe that would have been a better name. All right, so let's go ahead and see where we're at, and I'll kind of catch you guys up to, because I did a little bit of work on it after last week's stream, because I do want to finish it in a relatively timely fashion. So if I only work on it 4 hours a week, it will take another year, which I don't want to be doing. All right, let's see here. Draw. Oh man. Okay, well I do it here. Yeah, actually, brings up a good point in the chat. But yeah, if you guys have coding questions and stuff, stop by the Discord and ask me. And if I'm around, I'm usually happy to help out. You know, so unless you want me to do your homework, in which case I'll probably do something that's wrong. So don't ask me about that. But yeah, if you get stuck on something, hit me up in chat. And odds are I was stuck on it at some point too. So, all right, let's see. Our server, okay. There we go. And, yep. And there, am I in the right place? I should be. Oh. Do something wrong on purpose. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I would do it totally wrong on purpose. Yeah, it wouldn't be a mistake. It would be exactly. You gotta put in the work. Yeah. I'll introduce some kind of subtle bug that you'll never figure out. That'd be good. Something to do with Unicode code points. That's always a good way to hide a bug that nobody will ever figure out. All right, let's see. Yeah, or concurrency, because that brings up today's topic. We're working on server-side stuff, and we're doing some concurrency things now, and that's a great place to hide bugs that will never be solved. But hopefully, we will avoid them and be able to, just go to the nirvana of high-performance multi-threaded code without any deadlocks or race conditions or anything like that. I did sacrifice a chicken earlier, so that should help. Well, I ate a chicken. I mean, I guess it's gonna. Same thing. All right, so let's see. So, where was I? Let's run the thing, and I'll show you what it's looking like at the moment. The front end has, believe it or not, it's not changed a lot, but it has changed in some way. It's funny. I've added some features that you can't even see, most likely. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's see. So this is now working, which is cool. I'm not going to use real emails for this just because it seems to take a while. And I'm I've got to start. Sorry, I got to start debugging or I won't be able to see those links. So let's see. Debug equals 1. I think that's all I needed, right? There we go. So now let's go back in here. I never tried to the cancel button. I never wired that up. One of these days. All right. So now when I click this, I will see my login link right here, so I can log myself in. And there we go. All right. So now we're in. So even though things look exactly the same as they were, there's actually a lot more happening now on the back end of stuff. So let's see. I'll show you. do the usual, grab a couple of these weird face things and drop a face in there. So you may not have seen anything different, but if you look now, let's go into Mongo and see what's happening over there. If we look in the world collection over here in Mongo, you'll see, guess what? That object just got added to the database on the back end. So, so a good bit has happened just since last week, because now it's actually connected to the back end. It's actually creating documents whenever you create a new item in the front end. And okay, so I did do one thing that I'm gonna probably revert. So here's the thing. So SVGs, especially like these, here's one of the things I want to do is, like, you notice when you create this is a little flash there. That little flash is actually it being saved, and I guess I could here. What I'll do is I'll temporarily think if I kill the back end for a second. See, it went through that short animation when it was trying to save, but normally it happens so fast you can't even see it happening, right? But whenever something is being saved to the server, it gets that little border, you know. Of course, the server is down right now, so it's just going to be a bunch of these things. Yep. So, but when the server is up, then the saving it's pretty fast. That's so cool about it, is it's so fast you really can't see it happening. Oh, by the way, even though I'm creating documents in the back end, I am not fetching them yet. So, the thing I want to work on first thing today is a content delivery network, a CDN. I want to do a very minimal CDN implementation. And the reason is this. So you'll see what I'm currently doing, like all these SVGs. I'm saving the actual SVG itself as a base64 data URL. And that's okay for small things. And I think what I've done is I've set a threshold. And let me go back in and look at my threshold here. Let's clean these up. There's a lot of files open here. All right. Where is it? There we are. Okay. I think if we look at the tippy top here, 2 to the 15th. So 2 to the 15th, in case you forgot, that should be 16K. Is that right? I think it is. 2 to the 15th. Where's that to the X? Yeah, actually. 2 shift left shift 15 is up 64K actually. So 64K. So that's actually kind of big. So what it's basically saying is, I'm liking Visual Studio Code. It's not bad. You know, it's like I don't notice it, which I guess is the biggest compliment you can give any development environment. So I don't notice much about it. So therefore, it must be pretty good, because I'm absolutely not seeing anything going on. Yeah, if I'm aware of it, then it's a bad tool probably. So yeah, what I'm saying about this is, okay, so this is the max data URL size. So basically what I'm doing in my code is I'm saying if the data URL right now is less than 64K, then just stuff it into the document and put it directly into the Mongo database, right? But you know, obviously for bigger images and when we get to videos and stuff like that, that's not going to be adequate. I don't want to be stuffing, you know, base64 coding is not very efficient, and I don't want to be stuffing it into the Mongo database just because it's going to make the Mongo database less efficient. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop this down to, let's see, if it's 64K now, if I drop 1 bit, that's going to bring it down to 32K. So if we go to 32K, let's see how big these guys are, because I'll need a test case. Let's see. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll go with images, because most images are going to be bigger than that anyway. So let's get ourselves a test image or two. And once again, let's find some pineapple images. What do you say? Let's see. Like, there's a really big pineapple image. Okay, so in order to deal with that, first thing is, I think I did not implement. Okay, so I didn't actually implement the saving logic for images. I just did it for SVGs, right? Yeah. So to implement the saving logic, I have to implement this save to world function for each type of item. So this is the one I did for SVGs. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. And you notice it has to be async because it is doing some calls that are, it's doing some, well, like the CDN call is going to be async. So the way I'm going to do it is this: is you'll see if I make the data URL. If the data URL is too big, then I save it to the CDN, and I'll get a short URL back. So the URL that comes back will be something like, umdraw.com/CDN/ and I think I'm going to use an MD5 hash and then the size, something like that. So what that call needs to do is it needs to upload the image to the server and then get back the URL and then put the URL in the document, and then that document will be saved here into Mongo, right? So that same logic I need to put into the image class. Let's go down here. And it's going to look real similar to what we got here. So let's see. Save image. There we go. So we're going to call it superclass. Now, this, is not the case. So now what we got to do is we got to get the data from the image. So we've got, we've got this image thing here. And the cool thing about this is it lets me normalize all the images kind of as PNGs and maybe determine the quality, because it's like, if I take the images as they're dropped into the system, some of them are going to be super high res, some of them are going to be super low res, some of them are going to be really big, some will be really small. But what I may do is I'll just use the image tag as a way to kind of naturally process the incoming images and then normalize them all to PNGs or something and save them to the server. Sorry, I gotta finish my coffee. It's so good this morning. All right. Okay, there. Now, so let's look at. Let's see. Image tag data as PNG bytes. Okay. All right, well, let's see what Medium says about this. Yeah, well, okay. Well, that's not very helpful. Okay, it's still not super helpful. Okay, not helpful. All right, let's see here. Get image source from image tag. Maybe that's what we want. Image source. Well, we got the source, but that's not what I want at all. Okay. No, not what I want. Draw it to canvas and use to blob. Okay, there we go. That's kind of what I was thinking about. This is exactly what I was thinking about, right? Image painted on a canvas, but not to data URL, but then to get a blob, let's see. Let's see. Painted on canvas, and then, okay, so let's see. Not what I wanted. Okay, so let's see here. Paint, image tag to canvas, PNG. All right. Not exactly what I wanted. Let's see. All right. JPPNG. That's okay. And canvas, context, create image. Okay. Okay. Create download link. Okay, let's see. So create an image, set the height, width. Okay. Extend. What's this? Oh, okay. Let's see. Create download link. Okay. See, I hate this stuff, man. It's like, I think this code is super unclear. He's like got a function to create an A tag. It's like, just stick it in the HTML file. Okay, well, whatever. Let's see. Download link, create object URL, PNG blob. Okay, download link. I mean, I see where he's going with this. Okay, draw image. Canvas to blob. Okay, that's where I'm going, I think. That's what's happening here. All right. So this is the only bit of code I really care about, I think. Okay, so let's go look up canvas to blob. All right, creates a blob object. Format, quality. Yep, that's what I thought. Say PNG. Okay, cool. And a web. I wonder if I should go to WebP. Should I move to the future and use WebP, or let's see. Okay, so type quality is kind of cool. Let's see here. Yeah. All right, we won't even represent quality, but haha, see, look at this. Here we go. This is almost exactly what I want. So we got our image tag. Yeah. All right. You can do that? I didn't know you could do that. Huh. You can revoke an object URL. See, you learn something new every day. Look at that. All right. Very cool. So let's go and write this thing out. Let's see what we got. Hey, I think someone new in chat. Simplicity is the key to brilliance, Bruce Lee. Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, he was an awesome guy. All right, let's see here. So, what I want to do is, okay, where am I at? I know where I'm at. I'm back into the image tag. Yeah, see, this is doing the inverse operation. This thing's actually loading the image bytes as a data URL. So what I'm going to do down here is I need to grab the PNG bytes out of the current image. So yeah, it should be loaded right. Okay, let's see. The trick is I want to make sure I don't run into a situation where this is called before the image is available. So that's tricky. Let me think about that for a second. When is save to URL called? Okay. Yeah, okay, that's actually, okay, let's see here. All right, save to world. So the save to world call is the one that triggers sending the stuff to the server. And it is currently called, I think, by the connected callback of the superclass. So, okay, so this is the items, the superclass, right? And the superclass, when it's connected into the DOM, if it's a new item, it automatically calls save to world. But that isn't the case when, I'm beginning to think this is probably a bad place to put this code. So I'm going to take this code out of here because I've already found 2 counterexamples where it doesn't work. So let's go look at SVG. So SVG here, this guy, he probably wants to do it. Connected callback. We'll do it right. Yeah, we'll do it here. Connected callback. Boom. Yeah. So if it's a new item, then we'll save it off. Because I had to do it for the, you'll see on a when I create a note, for example, this note doesn't really exist yet, so it doesn't get saved to the server until I actually type something. And then, when I click out, then it gets saved. See, it's actually being saved right now. But apparently, did I break something? Well, anyway, I must have broken it. But see, it's still being saved. So when something hasn't been saved yet, you get this weird halftone and you get that little border around it and stuff. So, yeah. But so the note, until you actually click out of it, it doesn't get saved to the server because it would be useless. It would be an empty note. So I already have code for that in the note item. So let's put the code here in the image item to do the same thing. But now what I could do is, yeah, I'm right here. See, so this is where this code needs to go. So if this is a new item, then we can save it because now we have the image bytes, right? It's been loaded into the image tag. Cool. All right. So, yep, saved world. So now let's go ahead and get ourselves a canvas, I guess. So we get ourselves a canvas equals c dot k dot. Oh, actually, do I have to set the height and width on it? Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to need to get the height and width. And I can get them from the image itself, right? Okay. Equals this dot. Natural width, right? Okay, cool. And then now I've got to draw the image. So we need first I need context. So equals get, what is it? I can never remember what it is. Get context, something like that. Get context 2D. Yep, so we got 2D context and then draw image. Right. Draw image, and we got to get the image tag, and we get that from. Right. Okay. And then we got width, right? That bugs me. Let's do it this way. Okay, here we go. Width, height, and that's it, I think. Okay. So now we got that. Now the next bit is we just need the blob. So let's get the blob. So to blob. Now I'm confused. So what are the arguments to blob again? Let's take a look at this thing here. To blob. Oh, the callback. I see. Gotta love asynchronicity. Okay. Thank you again, JavaScript. So, since this is kind of an old school API, it doesn't have promises and that kind of thing, so we can't just do async await stuff. So, my head hurts. Okay, so now, the idea is save to world runs synchronously, right? Like on the SVG side, it would have, it would create the CDN resource and then wait for the URL to come back. To do that, though, I need to get the bytes. To get the bytes, it's going to use a callback. So I'm going to have to do either I nest everything inside a callback into blob, which I guess is an option, or I create a promise and then resolve it, or something like that. So how much do you guys want to hear about promises? Do you guys care? If you guys are watching, it's like we can go into the promise route. It's not my favorite thing in the universe, but it can be done. If you guys don't care about promises, I'll probably just nest it all in a callback and make it work that way. If yep. Now, if you already know promises, then let's see. I don't know. I just kind of hate promises, man. I just like nice, clear, linear code that does A, does B. And callback's definitely easier. And I think it doesn't matter much because nobody's waiting for this to return. Nobody's waiting for save to world to complete. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a callback just because nobody got time for that. So it receives the callback there. So to blob receives a blob. All right. So to blob. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's see how this works. I'll immediately know how big the blob is, so I don't even have to do this URL data. Well, I guess I do kind of have to do this data URL thing, but I may cheat. So here's the deal. So no empty promises, exactly. Promises suck, man. I'm just not a big fan. It's just kind of, it's like JavaScript came up with a solution to a problem they made themselves. It's just like they made everything asynchronous, which makes your code nightmarish to read and to use. And then they're like, oh, but here we made promises, which makes it easier to write this code that you shouldn't have to write in the first place. It's like coding, for the most part, is linear, and it should be kind of linear by default, but instead JavaScript, everything is asynchronous by default, which makes it just difficult. Okay, so we get the blob back. If the blob is so the blob could technically be null, so we got to deal with that case, right? So if not blob, then we'll report error. Report an error. Is that a thing? Oh wait, hold on. Let me think about this. Where are we right now? We are inside the. We're inside this component. We're inside this view. So I'm really going to have to fire an event up or something to report an error, because I want the main JS is responsible for report error. Right? Or isn't it? Is it or isn't it? Is report error a real thing? Yeah, let's see. I'm not saying report. What is show error? Yeah, show error is a thing. Okay, so so how do we deal with this error? I think we will send it to. See, now I'm gonna have to add a whole new thing, I guess, just to support this error. And it is kind of an edge case, but what it's essentially saying is, even though you have a valid image object, I'm unable to create a blob from it. So the only thing I can think of is maybe you ran out of memory or something weird like that. So I will. All right, well, let's do the right thing. So we've already got some custom events. So this gets into custom JavaScript events, right? If you're familiar with those. This control. So if you look at how this thing works, there's this view control, right? This view, this is like the master control here. And it exposes some custom events, like a new item added. So I can create like a new error one or something like that. How about that? So we'll just make a new error. Okay, and then we'll just say, let's see here. So in details, right, it would be like, p.detail. Is it detail or details? I can never remember. Detail dot message. How about that? Right there it is. Huh. Okay. So now what I can do here is fire event. Unable to save or unable to create image item, something like that. It's very vague, and it should never happen, but you know, let's just roll with it like it is. And return. And actually, we're going to probably delete this item. It's going to delete itself. This thing's going to delete itself. That's what's going to happen. So parent elements dot remove child this. So let's test this. So well, we'll figure out how to test it in a second. But yeah, the first time through. That way we'll see what it looks like. So now, okay. How precise do I want to be? This is just kind of a guideline anyway. So what I was saying earlier is, okay, so I've got a blob. So that means I've got a binary array of stuff, which is an image, right? And I'm trying to use a heuristic to say, okay, if it's bigger than 32K, don't stick it as a data URL. But I was measuring the data URL size, which is actually bigger than the bytes. Like if you have, let's say for some reason the image was 100 bytes, the data URL might be 150 bytes, or something like that. But since it's just a heuristic, I don't want to convert it all the way to a data URL. Like if it's 2 megabytes, I don't want to convert it to a data URL and then find out it's 3 megabytes, you know? So what I think I will do is, I'm just going to check the blob size, the raw blob size. So the first question would be blob. Where's the blob reference? I think we got a link to blobs somewhere. See also blob. What does blob got? Blob's got like a size. Yeah, there we go. All right, size. It's even got a type. That's super cool. All right, so so let's do this. So if blob dot size is, well, okay, right there it is. Yeah. So if size is greater than that, else we will make a data URL. Boom. Okay. Okay, and so the actual type will be blob.type. Was that what it was? Was that the MIME type? Yeah. And let's see, blob dot oh, not another promise. Oh my god, man. This is killing me. Okay. Another promise. Okay. So here's what we do. Oh, this is probably complaining because of this now. Yeah. All right. Somewhere in here I've got to convert this into a data. In fact, that was what that was doing, right? It was converting it to a data URL. So let's go back up and look at that code real quick. Create object URL. Let's see. This is URL.create object URL. Is that the same as a data URL? No, it's not. It's not the same thing. All right, let's see here. Convert blob to data URL. Wait a minute. No, let's see. Blob to data URL. Let's see. So I got my blob. Wait, what? What? Wait, what? Hold on. Read as data URL. Okay. Is it? You gotta use a file reader. I guess I gotta use a file reader. Okay, fine. This thing is like, ugh. You know, fundamentally, I have an array of bytes, you know what I mean? But to get to that array of bytes, to do like 3 asynchronous calls and a callback, it's just a pain in the ass. All right, let's see here. I just wanted a simple array bytes, but do I want to use this code? I guess I can. I mean, I just kind of hate it. It's like, thanks, I hate it. This is terrible. Read as data URL. Yeah, I mean, look at this. It's like, this is insane. So it's like, but is that the answer? I mean, I hate it. Let's see. Is that really the easiest way to do this? Like, they're all the other direction too, by the way. All right, let's see about this. Fine. Oy. Man, my head hurts. Okay, so let's see. This is definitely one of the most convoluted ways to get anything done. You know, why am I doing it this way? It's like, screw it, we'll just encode those bytes ourselves. Okay, so we got the blob bytes. We just need to base64 encode those. Well, the trick is getting the base64 bytes. So, blob. Yep, we got a blob, right? So to get the bytes, the array buffer is a promise, right? So, all right. So here's what we do. Equals blob dot array buffer, right? Okay. And what is it? Data. I think we do length, right? Okay. So array buffer has a length property, I'm pretty sure, correct? Byte length. Oh, it is byte length, okay. Byte length. Okay. So Now, theoretically, we have our bytes. Now, make data URL. Oh, and I already have make data URL, so yep. There we go. Maybe we're good to go. All right. So then this next bit, we got to do this. We got to do okay. And now let's see. So we're creating our item there. Where's my pineapple? Where are my pineapples at? I left them somewhere out here. Okay. And then we're going to do this create item business. MIME type is, right. Data URL is URL and all right. So this, of course, is not going to work because there's way too much code here. This is going to fail, crash and burn spectacularly, but let's see how far we get. Let's at least add ourselves. Oh, we got a nice console message to hang on to here. So let's just give it a shot and see what we get. So I didn't change the server at all, so that shouldn't matter. Yeah, make this a little smaller. And there's a nice pineapple image. What do we get? Fire event is not defined. Oh, well, okay. This dot fire event. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. I was testing my error handling, so. All right. Let's drop the old pineapple in there. Unable to create image item. So, okay, so that kind of worked. That's cool. All right. So I wonder if for UI experience, is it better to have that thing still sitting there flashing and looking lame, or is it better to delete it? I don't know. Let's see. What if I don't delete it? What happens? I guess you can erase it. Yeah, let's leave it there because you know it's broken, so that's fine. And you can always delete it if you want to. Yeah, that's what we'll do. All right, so that code does work. Now let's see if it actually does anything. Bloop. URL is not defined. All right, where's that error? Okay. Oh, okay, duh. All right, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and create the message up top here. All right. I can totally spell data URL. Okay, and then send the message. Okay. Now let's see what we got. Bloop. Oh. Well, did it work? Let's see. Sometimes things work and you're not sure because it happens so fast. Yeah, it did, in fact, kind of work. Okay. So you'll notice that I haven't written this CDN yet, so all the URLs that come back are TBD. So that was TBD. I wonder what the byte size was. I'm curious. Put a breakpoint in there and see. Where is that happening? Not there. This one. That's where I want to put a breakpoint. Oh, pineapple. All right, so I don't know why that's doing that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Put a breakpoint there. Okay. So data, all right, buffer length, that's like 200, like 300K. So that does totally make sense. Okay. So that's like a 300K image. So yes, that does belong in the CDN, and that's cool. So that's legit. All right. Cool. So now we can write our CDN. So basically by that I keep saying CDN is content delivery network. I'm not making a real CDN. I'm not going to do any geographic distribution stuff or anything at the moment. But what I mean by it is I want to be able to take a blob and a MIME type, and I want to check and see if I already have that blob or MIME type. Like if I've dropped my 15th pineapple at this particular image, I don't want to upload that thing 15 times. You know what I mean? I wanted to know we already got that pineapple. We don't need that again. And also, I want to be able to, cache it and stuff. Have the browser caching it, so it doesn't have to keep downloading it and everything to make it really efficient. So the way I'm going to handle that is on the client side, I'm going to do a checksum. I'm going to do a like an MD5 hash or something of the data. And so when I'm going to request from the CDN, hey, do you have this item? And you already have this item based on the hash and the size, right? And if it does already have it, cool, we're done. And if it doesn't have it, then we got to upload it and we'll get a URL back to it. And the cool thing about that is, pardon me, I can handle this whole thing just using HTTP semantics. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to hash it, and then I'll do a head request on the server to say, hey, do you have this item? And then if the item is not there, then I will do a put and send it up to the server. And then I will use the URL, the resulting URL, as the CDN URL. So now we got to go implement this save to CDN business and see what that looks like. So let's go find it. To CDN. All right, see this? Yeah, here we go. So here's some code. So the first thing I need to do is I need to decide what kind of hash I want to do on this. So let's see. I always say MD5 just because MD5 is the one I know off the top of my head, but fast hash image data JavaScript, that's a good one. Yeah, well, MD5 again, right? Let's see. Crypto.js and Latin 1 parse contents. What? Let's see. How about, let's see, fast JavaScript. Maybe we'll do some WebAssembly. Wouldn't that be fun? Could write some WebAssembly to do our hashing. Let's see. What's the hash? There's a hash function in JavaScript. I wasn't aware of that. Let's see. What's that? What's all this about? Is there a built-in hash thing? No, I don't think so. Is there? Oh, this is some made-up hash. Some kind of crappy hash. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. So we don't care about crypto or anything. This is not really about making things cryptographically secure. I'm not worried about somebody substituting my pineapple file. Here's the way I look at it. It's like the odds of having two blobs with the exact same byte count that match the same hash signature and are both valid PNG files is like almost 0. So I'm not really concerned about collisions or anything too much. So any halfway decent hash function should be fine. What do we got? Let's see here. Oy. I sense a rabbit hole coming. Let's see here. MD5. Yeah, I don't care about that though. Let's see, but I don't care about Node.js. Let's see. mm. Well, that is kind of cool looking. Let's see here. Maybe let's do an MD5 hash. Let's see. MD5 cycle. Let's see. I wonder if anybody's written in an MD5 hash web. Someone has done it. Let's see here. WebAssembly sample for MD5 hash. Let's see here. Doesn't look like it's packaged up very well, though. All right. I think we're going to be using this other guy's MD5 implementation, I assume. What's his license? Does he have any licensing associated with this thing? Okay, let's see. Null string bytes. Let's see. All right, this guy seems like he's done his homework. I guess we're going to take his implementation. Do I want to create an entire... Do I want to import a whole other file just for this? I'm going to embed it in my code, I think. I don't think I want to create a whole separate file for this. Probably there's a lot of namespace pollution going on here. Let's see. 35 cycle... HH. MD5 bulk. It looks like it's accepting a string too. Let's see. About hashing a blob. The crypto API says crypto. Does crypto exist? Is that a thing? Okay, let's see. Can I use that? That's the question. Let's see. Can I use a crypto? Yeah, let's see. Crypto dot subtle digest. Crypto. Well, except for Opera Mini, I guess we're good. So, all right. Well, then let's roll with that. Problem solved. And hopefully it'll be wicked fast because it's native. So, let's see here. So we're going to use what? Okay, so whatever one. Here's the thing, though. Whatever one we pick, we got to use the same one on the server. So we got to make sure we're using the same algorithm. Let's see. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Cool. Right. Okay. Okay. Then okay, let's think about what the structure of these URL. The cool thing about this is like basically the client can know what the URL is without ever talking to the server. So we just got to form it. And how did I do that before? I somehow got a hold of the href somewhere. Yeah, right. I did this here somewhere, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, here we are. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I don't need that, but okay. Was it protocol? Yeah, protocol, right? Okay. So let's see here. CDN URL, yeah. Equals URL protocol followed by slashes followed by host, right? Followed by, and I think we'll call CDN will be the base of the CDN, right? And then we'll do hash, the hash followed by the size, byte length, and then okay. Okay, so now things get a little trickier because it'd be nice to have the extension based on the MIME type. Sorry about that. But number one, without creating a MIME map or something, then I won't be able to do that, right? And then number two, that'll make things kind of inconsistent on the server. Let's see. But I do want to know that I do want the MIME type to be okay. So we need to store the MIME type somewhere. If we don't do it through file extension mapping, we could do something weird like encode the MIME type in the file name. But you know, MIME types have special characters and stuff, slashes and things in it too. What would be the easiest thing to do? Well, not the easiest thing. What would be the best thing to do? Because MIME mapping is always kind of a pain. It's like I know in advance all the MIME types I'm going to support pretty much because I'm only going to support SVGs, PNGs, and probably plain text, stuff like that. I am tempted just to put the MIME type in the file name. And then separate it using a hyphen or something like that. Although, let's see. Or a dot maybe. But we do need to URL encode it. So what's the URL encode function? Code URI component. Yeah, okay. Component. MIME type. Right. Alright, let's see here. So we got that. So now we got a CDN URL. Now the trick with that is we need to ask the server for this file, And if it doesn't exist, then we need to upload it. So, delete that too now. And is that gonna be enough? Is that cool? I think it is. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so or do I really care about the MIME type here so much? Maybe I really don't care enough. Maybe it's not that important. You can just store this as a blob, but well, I don't know. Yeah, but it'd be better if the server set the MIME type or the content type header. So whenever you actually set it, like if you set it on an image tag or something, it would work. All right, let's roll with that for now. So now we get to use the fetch API, I think. So let's take a look at how we're going to do that. So head. Where is the fetch API? Come on now. Okay, let's see here. Fetch. Yeah, it's because it's doing promise stuff, right? All right. And let's see. Yeah, okay. So we're actually going to do this differently. Let's see. Fetch. I'm going to fetch the CDN URL. Method is head. Right. And let's see, I don't know about all the mode cores and all that, so I don't think that matters. In fact, I think the rest of this doesn't matter at all. Okay. And for now, let's just log it. And obviously, it's going to return to 404 or something because we don't have any server-side code to handle this yet. But let's just go ahead and run it and see what happens. Boop. Let's refresh. Let's grab my pineapples. Here we are. Boom. And we got a error aborted. Okay, well that kind of makes sense. It's like 405. Method not allowed. Okay, very cool. All right. So now we get to do some server-side stuff. So we kind of know the specification for how this thing's going to work. It's like there's going to be a handler for the CDN endpoint, right? And it's going to accept file names of this format. It's going to take hash, which is going to be like a hex number, followed by like a hex. Is it a hex hash? I think it is hex, right? What was the URL here? Oh, object promise. We got a promise there. Oh, that sucks. Hold on. Oh, we gotta wait. We gotta await this. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's get a good example URL just so we know what we're doing here. Still array buffer. Hold on. What am I doing here? Oh, does it return an array buffer? Okay, so the hash, let's see. Let's look at what the hash function returns. I think it's returning yeah, it's returning an array buffer, so we got to turn that into a hex string. Yup. Hash buffer, yep, array from, hash array map. Isn't there an easier way to do that? Is that the best way? Hey man, good to see you. You made it. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm just busy making the CDN stuff, making a content delivery network thing. So The next bit is we got to turn this. I'm hashing. So the way the CDN works, if you're just joining, is I get a blob, and I check to see if that blob exists in the content delivery network. If it doesn't, then we're going to upload it. The way we're going to check is we're going to hash it on the client, so we don't actually send anything to the server until we know, whether we need to or not, right? So we're going to hash the blob, and then we're going to request a head. The head is basically it's a GET request, but it doesn't return the body. So we're going to ask the server, hey, does this item exist in the cache or in the CDN? And if it doesn't, then we're going to upload it. So in order to get the hash, I've got the hash as bytes. Now I need to get it as, I actually need to convert that into a hex array and a hex string. So this is how they're doing it. I guess it's okay. I don't know. Yeah, it just feels like that this should be a cleaner way to do it, but what is that type? It says it's a hash the blob. It'd be a great new song, yeah, man. That'd be awesome. Hash the blob. All right, let's see. It's an array buffer already, though. Let's see here. Let's see here. Buff to hex. Yeah, well, I guess. Pre-computed? Yeah, I don't think I care about that much. Array map. It's like 30% slower. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought you could call it. Yeah, I thought you don't have to actually convert it to an array. All right, let's see. All right, I'll tell you what. We're gonna grab this one. Use buffer to hex. All right, that looks good enough to me. So now in our script we got all right. Okay, so let's see. All right. Now, if we do this. Okay, so let's open a net and a new tab. So this is like a, yeah. So this is what one of those CDN URLs will look like. Oh, the time change. Yeah, man. Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, exactly. Time. It's messed me up a few times already. I've already been early. Or I've been late for a couple of meetings, or early for a couple of meetings because I'm still on the same time. Bangkok never changes. It's the same time all the time. All right, so there we go. So we got our hash, and then we got our size, and then we got our doctored MIME type. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's okay to roll with that, man. I kind of hate doing that. What if I just replace the slash with a dot? What's funny is in a lot of cases, I think it would just kind of work, you know. Hmm. If I do that, I think what I'm going to do is, so what if I, you know, just design in the right URL, it can make our life easier later on, right? So let's see here. We're going to do it this way. I'm going to still leave this here in case there's something wrong with the MIME type for some reason, but I'm going to replace slashes with a dot. Okay. Now, okay. All right, so now let's open this up in a new tab. Yeah, so see now it's actually kind of cool because it's going to naturally end up with the right extension, sort of. Now the only trick is, like I said, we've done this on the client. We got to make sure it agrees on the server, so that whenever we hash something on the server, it's going to have the same hash. But I think that won't be a big deal. All right, so now we just got to implement the server-side stuff, or some of the server-side stuff anyway. So, is that returning a 404, by the way? Is it returning? Yeah, it's returning a 404. Okay, that's cool. So here's what's funny. Now we got to completely change gears from JavaScript world back into Golang. So let us start thinking in Golang again. We've got this API stuff here. I'm tempted to make this the CDN stuff pretty much standalone because it literally is standalone. It has no connection to really to everything else at all. So I think I will create a. Maybe I'll just create a CDN endpoint. Let's see. Gotta go back and look at see. Let's look up the Golang project structures real quick. All right. Or is that the one I was looking at before? I think this is the one I was looking at before. Okay, command configs docs. Let's see. So internal, and then package. What's package? Let's see. And internal private library code package. Library code. Yeah, okay. There we go. So PKG, right? Okay, let's see. Package. All right, so we'll create a package folder. PKG. So let's create a new folder. Package, and then we'll create a new folder. CDN, and then we'll create a new file. Okay. Now, so it'd be, first of all, the CDN needs to have a place to store stuff, and then it has to be able to register itself as an endpoint, so that whenever someone hits a URL, it gets called. So those are really the only two things we got to do. So let's see here. Let's go back into. All right. Yeah, this is where. So right now we're still using Echo as our middleware, as our router stuff. So actually, so I don't have to. Yeah, actually, I'm using config now. I think so. Is this doing something? I think that's literally not doing anything. I'm not sure. I'm gonna remove it, see what happens. Well, let's see. Before I forget what I did, let's run it again, see if we still get log stuff, whatever. Still looks like it's doing stuff. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold the phone. Am I humming? It's like I didn't realize I was humming stuff. That's pretty funny. It's unconscious, I guess. Let's see here. Now, yeah, okay, it's still kind of doing stuff. Cool. Oh. Just refreshed Discord. Okay, now we get in here and... Okay, so I didn't break it when I deleted that. That's cool. Okay. So, we're going to... Yeah, I'm going to have to add an add routes function to the CDN thing, which is going to accept... Okay, so let's see how I did it over here in internal main. Yeah. So back over here. Oop. Oop. Add routes, and then, okay, so now it's going to need a couple of these. So we're going to say, what are, let's see, I'm going to have to look up the syntax for these things again. Can I use URL parameters for all of the pieces of that URL? Because there's really 3 pieces to the URL, right? There's the, let's see here. Pardon me, there's the hash, there's the size, and then there's the MIME type. Right, and they're separated by hyphens. I guess it doesn't really matter much if I parse it or not, but okay. So get, let's see here. And what we're going to handle this will be like, yeah, this is literally the simplest thing in the world. Let's see now. No, man, it's cool. You're the audience, dude. If you want to hear I'm there you go. But I'm not sure what I am humming whenever I am humming. Let's see now. Okay, so I wanted to look at handler functions, which are here. So I want to grab yeah, okay. Actually, well, that's not really a good one though. Let's look at API. Probably is better. Let's look at REST. The REST handler is more likely the one I want. Okay. All right, now back into here. For right now, I'm just going to leave all this in one file, I think. Call this one. Right. Okay. And I'm going to stub this out. Look up the echo documentation here in a second. All right. Wait, that one get started, maybe. Yeah, let's go look at the handling requests. Yeah, C dot whatever. Status. It should be status dot. What's HTTP? What are the HTTP statuses? Okay. Path parameters. What are the rules about path parameters? I wonder. I guess just anything between slashes, maybe? Okay. Let's see. All right. And how did I do that? Let's see, path parameters. Yeah, right. Okay, so can I, what if I could use the same handler for both and then just not return the body? I bet I can. Because it's really the same code completely, except for one thing, right? So, all right, so the first thing we need in our CDN is we need a place to put stuff. So we're going to be really simple right now. We're only going to have like one bucket for files, you know. So basically I'll share a folder somewhere on a big drive, and that's where I'll stick everything. If we want to get more elaborate later, we might have to split it and have multiple buckets or something, but for now, there will just be one. So I need a way to initialize this thing. So init, and it's going to take the storage root, let's call it that, and then is this going to be secret? Yeah, it is storage root. Right. Okay, there we go. Okay, not sure why I'm going with snake case for parameters and camel case for this, but whatever. We're just going to roll with it as is. So now that means back over here. Where is this the main entry point? Yeah, it's over here. Okay, so now I can do some other things, like I can say how did I open that other window? I don't even know how I did that. Package CDN. Okay. Oh man, I hate how it does it. Okay. So now we got the CDN group, and then add routes. Wait. Okay. Hold on. I've just painted myself in a corner here. Or I could go the Golang style. Okay, so now the other thing we need to do is we have to initialize the CDN before we use it. So this is another little subtle thing, like when you're writing this kind of code, is like you need to keep track of what needs to be initialized where. And so I'm tempted to put the initialization here in the config module, maybe. I'm kind of on the fence, because like I'm already doing some initialization, you'll see. Like I'm initializing the random number generator here in the configuration module. So I might just, let's see, do I really, I don't need this here anymore. It's bogus. Delete that. Okay. So I think I will put the CDN root here, and I think I'll initialize it here. So let's say string, and then we need one of these things, one of these bad boys here. So env is and the default, we're going to give it a default. We'll just go with that, I guess. And, you know, not ideal, but we'll do that for now, just for testing and stuff like that. If I'm going to do that, then I'm going to create my getignore. Do I have a getignore in server here yet? Oh, already exists. Is this the right one? All right, let's see. So, because we don't want to be checking our CDN into source control, basically. So now we're seeding the random number generator init. Okay. And now we want that, right? So smart, it figured it out. Okay, cool. All right, so now if everything went according to plan, right, what we can do here is, okay, so this thing, we will check and see if this root exists and maybe if it's writable or something. Let's think about that. Let's, better to fail early instead of late. So when we set the storage root, we should check to see if that folder exists and see if we can write a file to it and throw an error now rather than later, I guess, right? So let's see. So now we get to look into some file stuff because I'm not sure how to do that in Golang. Golang get folder information. Let's see. File stat. Okay. It's a directory. Okay. All right, so let's see here. So was it? No, wait, os.stat. Storage root. If error not equal to nil. Okay. So that means, yeah, there was an error. So if error is not equal to nil, let's see, if fs dot is not isdir error f is not a folder, right? So if we give it a file name or something like that, then that's going to be an error, so we'll return that. Otherwise, we return nil. All right. Now let's go ahead and add some code into config to fatal. So we'll do a fatal error if it doesn't initialize, because if you don't have the CDN, you really don't want to continue, right? So if okay. Now this should error because that folder does not exist yet. So let's try and run the server. See if it error. Oh, we got an error in missing return in. Oh, right in here. Yeah. Let's see. Does it really return an error? Is that what it returns? Puzzling. Oh, I see. Okay, so we'll just do c.string 404. We'll just do a 404 for now. Not found. Okay. And, okay, there you go. Create file, cdn, wait. The system cannot find the file, specify, let's see. Message, create file. Create file? That's weird. That's the error that got returned from stat, though, I guess. Create file, cdn. The system cannot find the file specified. So here's what I'm going to do now. So now I just created a file called cdn, which is not valid either. So let's see if that code works. Yep, cdn is not a folder. Okay. Now the last thing I want to check is I want to try and create a file and in that folder and see if it works or not. So, because why not? I mean, you believe how many times you've been trying to run stuff on the server and you're trying to track down problems and it's a permissions problem. So let's just get it out of the way at the beginning instead of waiting until this thing is running for 10 minutes and then it doesn't work and then you're like, oh, why doesn't it work? So let's see here. File, Golang, right? It's so funny, I have to look up this stuff because it's like, oh, there we go. Write file. All right, so that would kind of do it, right? Okay, let's see. The file mode, I see. Also need to append path names and stuff, so let's see here. Write file. I think I'll use IOUtil write file because really don't care about that. Let's see. Okay. Just trying to think what the file name should be. Pardon me, because like if the thing dies, I don't want to leave that file laying around. Or am I overcomplicating this and we'll just naturally figure out that the thing doesn't work later on when we try and save something? Nah, I think it's better to try and do it now. All right, so first of all, join paths. Golang. How do you join a path? File path.join. Nice. Okay. Thank you for that. Okay, file path.join. So let's see here. So we need IOUtil, and we need. What does it return? Does IOUtil write file return an error or something? Okay, it does return an error. Very good. So, and then file path dot join. Storage root and and we'll call this dot right test. Yeah. And do I need to give it a no, I don't need to give it a file mode. Okay. Okay, wait. So that's path, and then I need okay. Do I have to give it a file mode? os.write file? There's an os.write file? I have to give it a file mode? Alright, let's see. Okay, let's see what the file mode is. Let's see what's going on with file mode. I know we can all be hardcore and just put in our mask as an octal constant. Yes. All right, fine. Was it 0644? Fine, we'll use 0644. Whoa. Oh, okay, everybody knows that. Whoop. Okay. Okay, so if error is non-null, then okay, let's see here. Well, did it actually write the file though? Oh, well, no, it wrote it to this directory. Okay. That means the problem is, okay, join, because I didn't do a leading slash. I tend to prefer whenever I can do it, like, to have join do the right thing. Like, it should, like, end in, like, I don't like having to prefix files with a slash. Like, I want the root to be something that ends in a slash. So, how can I fix that? I guess one way to fix it is, yeah, but I really don't like having to do that. I don't like having to encode that with a trailing slash, because nobody ever remembers to do that. So I guess I could do something dumb, like, well, not that dumb, but over here. If it doesn't end in a slash, I can just append a slash, I suppose. I mean, that's kind of easy, I guess. Okay, so now even that sounds like it's simple, but now I got to get the last character in that string because the strings, because of runes, right? Runes. So I got to get the last rune. Slice expression. Yeah, that's what I thought. Last. Yeah, len s minus 1, right? Decode last rune in string. That's actually a call. Holy cow. Everything is tricky. All right, well, maybe there's an easier way to do this. Let me think about this. There's like a Golang playground somewhere, isn't there? Let's play with something real quick. Okay, so we're going to try join, and we're going to give it okay. And then I'm going to try this and see what it does. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, unexpected new line and argument list. Yeah, I got it. All right. So I need path, file path. Huh. Okay. That's intriguing. It completely stripped all the slashes off of it. And well, okay, the good news is it did get rid of the spurious slash. So I guess I can do that. Even though I find it kind of objectionable. So join's really doing way more than I would expect. Like in Python and stuff, it's more or less syntactic. I think it just like looks to see if there's slashes and adds them. I think it's canonicalizing. It's getting rid of the dot slash because it decides that's not necessary. And then it is getting rid of the duplicate slashes though. So take a look at that. See what we get. All right, so it's behaving as expected. I guess I'll use it that way. So, well, then now I'm back to doing what I thought I was going to have to do before. Well, what if I do this, though? Let's see. What if I just do that? If I have a spurious slash, what happens? It automatically does collapse it out here. Let's see. Now this, I think I know what it's going to do, but now see, that's, yeah, okay, so that's correct. Why is it then, hold on then, let's make sure I understand what's happening here. Maybe I'm solving a problem that doesn't exist. Let's do this. Okay, info f cdn storage root. Okay. Okay, let's run this again. Okay. Storage root is ./cdn, right? Still doing it in the same folder though, which is puzzling to me. Is it because it has a dot in it? Is that why it's throwing it off? Maybe. Okay. Let's see what it does now. Nope. Well, oh, because I'm an idiot. That's why. Oh my God. Okay. So clearly, yeah. Guys, what am I doing? Now let's try not to be insane and see if it works. Okay. Okay. Now, I fixed that one. Let's go ahead and why not clean it up and delete that file. And that'll also tell us if we can delete stuff. Although the CDN should probably never delete anything, but let's just do it anyway. So go lang delete. Or actually, nah, never mind. We're not going to do that. We're just going to write because we don't care if we can delete or not. It's not important. Okay. Okay, so now we have a place to put stuff, right? So we can store files. We have a handler that can supposedly return things. So now the next bit would be let's implement head and get because those are pretty easy. Or they should be pretty easy. So whenever we get this request in, we're going to try and stat the file, right? So stat file path.join storage root and c.param. Okay, so there are obviously some issues here with this. We got to be really careful about what we're doing here, because this is an excellent place to introduce some vulnerabilities, right? Because the very first guy who uses this thing is going to start poking in, you know, dot stuff, right? So there's got to be a decent way to clean that up. Let me think about it though. Clean file paths to prevent is there some way to do that? Let's see. Yeah, I don't care about that. Let's see here. So yeah, but let's see here. Let's see here. Actually, let's see. I wonder if I can just handle it by splitting it. Actually, let's see here. Because, yeah, technically, wait, can they even do that? That's a question. It's like, can you pass in multiple? Can you pass in dot slash or any of that stuff or whatever? Because it won't match the URL specification, I don't think. I guess we can test it, but I mean also, just to be safe, I'm thinking, let's see. Path go along. So we can just get the file name, just out of get the get the file name. And let's just look at let's look at the file path thing. What's from slash? Interesting. Okay. Base returns the last element. Let's see. Yeah, it can't really hurt to hit base, I guess, right? All right, let's see. Okay, so yeah, we'll just throw in a base there for kicks. Okay, so it'll be resource name is going to be equal to base right. Oh, I did the thing again. Okay. Okay, so let's make sure, am I doing that the right way? Yeah, param, right? Param. Now, if error is not equal to nil, or is there, then we're just going to return not bound. Boom. Problem solved. What's a good thing to return there too? Let's see. Send HTML, send string, send XML, send no content. Can I do that? Send no content. Yeah, let's just do no content. How about that? I like that even better because I really don't want to send anything. So we're just going to send back status not found. Very cool. Now, okay, so that means we did not find that element in the CDN. The next bit is we want to set up the headers we're going to send back, because we're going to send back, we need to send back the content type, we need to send back the content length and stuff if it exists. I mean, of course, the problem is at the moment we have no content, so maybe we'll just do it this way. Let's do the because what we need to do probably next to really make this work is we need to be able to upload stuff. So, and I think this gets us far enough to where we can go back to the client. This is what's funny, you're going to bounce back and forth all the time, but I think we can bounce back to the client now and actually upload something. So for that, we're going to do a put. We have to do a put handler to accept the resource, right? So put resource. Okay, there we go. Okay. And for now, if everything went okay, it'll be HTTP dot. What am I doing, man? Created. Yeah, I guess so. If everything went correctly, then that's what it's going to return. So, okay, so we're going to get this again. Actually, so now we need to do the opposite thing. So we're going to get the file path. We're going to check to see if this thing exists or not. If error equals nil, so if error is nil, that means that that resource already exists. So now we're going to do a exists, or what is it? Bad request probably. Yeah. Is there a special, I can't remember if there's a special HTTP code for that or not. What is it? I think there already is one, right? 403. I knew it. It exists. 403. Let's see. So don't we have a constant for that one? Let's go find that one. Wait, package HTTP, I think I saw it there. Status forbidden. Good enough. Okay. Okay. So now this is not exactly 100% bulletproof. I'm not sure what other errors might exist. Let's see, is there a way to let's see here. Nah, stat. I'm still doing stat. Is not exist. Yeah, that's what I thought. Is not exists. Okay. Let's see here. I wonder if that'll work. Is not exist. If not, os.is not exist. Error. I think that'll work, right? I'm curious about that. Let's go back. Do I still have that thing up there somewhere? Use of untyped nil in assignment. Wait, what? Oh. Dum 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 dum. Um, okay, so I think this will work. So nil is fine. I just wanted to double check if there's a nil error that is not exist is going to be, wait, false. Is that right? Hold on. Let me think about this. Okay, so is not exist is false. There's only one acceptable error, and that is not exist. So I think if I do this, then it's gonna be fine. So basically, if it's not a does not exist error, then you can't do that. Okay. All right. So the next bit would be we need to. I think we can get the content length and stuff like that. Like there's all kinds of, when you're writing the server-side stuff, you got to worry because people are kind of terrible and people will try and trash your server and do stuff like that. So we're going to have maximum lengths and things like that to make sure we don't try and upload something that's too big. So let's go ahead and get some headers. Let's get the content length header and things. Where does that live? Let's clean up some browser windows. Oh my gosh, so many browser windows. Okay. Let's see. What's back to echo again? Back to these guys. The documentation somewhere. Let's see. Where is that from? Right. Requests. Let's take a look at the requests things. I see. That's kind of cool. So I got some middleware stuff to bind all that stuff so you can send back a message. Very cool. All right. Very slick. But let's see here. Let's find this. Let's find the response object. Okay. Or the request object, sorry. I was lying. Back to the request object. Retrieve data. But I want to see the, let's see. Where is that at? It's got to be. Not here. There's got to be some documentation for the actual file upload. Yeah, let's check that out. That's probably where we went. Okay. All right. Email. Let's see. Source. Is this what's going on? Yeah, this is multi-part form stuff, though. I don't want that necessarily. I want to do a put with the raw bytes, kind of. So, indentation. There we go. Do. Actually, I don't care about that. Let's see here. Echo. I could find it in here. Maybe I can't. Cookbook. I don't care about that as much. Guide. I don't care about as much. All right. Oh, I see. So it's doing this bind business. So you could bind to a JSON thing or something. I wanted to go a little lower level than this. I just want to get a hold of the request body. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to be the request body. How do I get a hold of the request body? This is really pretty slick stuff, but I don't want all this. I just want to get a hold of the actual body. All right, let's see. I may have to read some code. Oh well. Let's go look at the GitHub. Where is a request? Context. It's the http.request object. What is it? Package.go.dev. Yeah. Okay. I think that's the one. What do we have in here? So we do have headers. Wait, what do we got? We got how do we get a hold of the headers? Method, URL, prototype, or protocol. Let's see. Headers, right? All right. And we also need to look at echo. The context. Context reference and see what that's in there. Okay. Wish there were a. I can't find the. Why can't I find the package reference to this stuff. WebSocket scheme, real IP. HTML. JSON, pretty blah, XML, blah. That's kind of cool. Yeah, just reading about these different methods that are provided in the context. Some good stuff. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Request. All right. Okay, so get body. Aha. Wait a minute. Right, body. Content length. Okay. Okay. All right, so I can get the body. That's easy enough. And content length. So let's do some stuff. Let's dump out the content length. Okay. Request dot content length. Content length is a property, right? Isn't it? I think it is. Okay. Yep. And actually, let's give a different return. Let's give a internal server error. Let's give it a 500 response for now. Okay. All right, so we kind of have a put handler now. So let's go back into, let's run the server again. And now we got to switch back into client stuff. So if anybody remembers what we were doing 2 hours ago, remind me, because I kind of forgot. Okay, here we are. So we're in save to CDN. So here's what's going on. We fetched this response. If this worked the way I think it's going to work, let's go ahead and try it. Let's see what we get. We should get a 404 back, I believe, right? Okay, so when I drop the pineapple, did I close the pineapple? No, I didn't close the pineapple. There it is right there. Boom. Drop a pineapple. Get a 404 error aborted and 404 error aborted, which is weird, but I think it's because I'm not sending a response back or something properly, maybe. But I am getting a 404 back, right? I don't think I ever reached this line though, because it's because there's an error, right? Oh wait, I am getting there. Totally getting there. Yep. Very cool. resp dot oh, it's a promise still. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. So we need to await there. I forgot to await. Okay. And what do we get back? Yep, got a status 404 right there. Okay. So, here's what's cool. At this point, save to CDN, right? If status is 200, return CDN URL because that URL is good, that thing exists, and everything is great. Otherwise, we have to upload it. So now we're going to do a put. So now things get a little trickier. So script fetch put example. Methods put, right, content type, and body, right. Okay, so put headers MIME type. Sorry. Goodness. Sorry about that, guys. Oh. All right. Now, so we got our MIME type in there, and should we send the content length there? We'll let fetch deal with that, maybe. I don't know. I guess we could. Content length. I kind of hate to send it. I'm going to let the underlying fetch call do that, because I'm always paranoid that it's going to be wrong or something. So, all right, so we got the content type set. What was the other one? We need the body, which is going to be data, right? And that's pretty much it, right? And we'll return the CDN URL when we're done, assuming that everything went well. All right. So we got a non-200 response. We'll return a null. And the CDN didn't work. And let the caller deal with that. Okay. So now we should be, if everything works correctly, when we drop the pineapple in, we should get something on the server. So let's go see. All we got is create item message. Oh wait, where's the? Do we get a CDN message anywhere? Yeah, we did get a put CDN thing there, right? Mm-hmm. What did it return? Oh, it returned a 500. Oh, but we did that on purpose, didn't we? Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, wait. There's the name, the resource name, and then there's the number of bytes right there, 293K-ish. All right. I think it's working. So we got the stuff we needed to get. Yeah, dropping the pineapple. Exactly, man. That's what's going on. So now I get to decide what's the biggest resource I'm going to let somebody upload. Which is always a fun question, because like I'm going to do this and then immediately I'm going to want to upload something bigger than that. But what's a reasonable thing? We'll make it a configuration parameter for now, and then I can always change it later. So I think that this code is actually smart enough to read integers and parse them too, hopefully. But let's see. Max CDN. What do we call this? Like max CDN item size int. Yeah, we'll make it an int, I guess. Good enough. And then CDN max and we'll default it to 2. Okay, so boy, I don't know, man. What's a reasonable? What's the average size? PNG image sizes. What's an average? What's the average size of an image? And bytes. Let's see. From other pixel. 2.7 gig. Because eventually I might allow video or something. Whatever. For now, let's make it 10 megabytes. Oh wait. Wonder how am I going to do that? Well, megabyte. What's a megabyte? That's a new one on me. There. That's going to be it. 10 megabytes. Okay. So now, let's go back in here, and actually we're going to, that's going to be another parameter. I wonder if I should just create a CDN configuration structure or something to pass in here. Probably couldn't hurt. Let's go ahead and do it. So we'll go ahead and call it actually I don't want to make this public, I guess, or do actually I have to make it public, don't I? A megabyte, I don't know, man. That's a good question. It's like, if you guys have ever seen this before, sometimes you'll see MIB like that, right? Like megabyte used to just be megabytes, and it was like 2 to the God, whatever it is. You know, it was a binary value, so it was not a round number, right? And then humans started getting involved, and then they're like, okay, so we want round numbers, so we want, 10 megabytes is going to be 10 million or whatever, right? And then so they came up with MIB, I think. It's a megabyte. That's right. So now, they've retconned megabyte. Megabyte just used to be that number. It used to be, however many, the power of 2 was, right? But now since humans have decided that they want to know, in round numbers, megabyte apparently means 10 to the, whatever. And megabyte means the binary version of it, I guess. So I guess that's what's going on. It slowly happened over the years. I kind of noticed it. It started creeping in. I started to see the MIB stuff around, and at first I thought it was like Men in Black, but that's not it at all. That's not what it's about. All right, let's see. Sorry, but anyway, so struct max item size Okay, well. Item size. Int. Okay. Now let's see here. So this is going to accept. Yep. Okay. And let's take it as that actually. And all right. So now what? Wait, that's a lie, man. It does. Yeah, hold on. Hold on. I don't think it knows what it's talking about. Oh, I know what's going on. I'm insane. Okay, there we are. Okay. All right, so now all right. Okay. 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 All right. Did I break it? I probably did. Let's see. Right. Yeah, now I just got to update my config code. Okay. So okay. And can I do that? The answer is yes. I guess I can do that. Okay, so now what I should do is maybe just drop this way down for the time being, like make this really small so I can test it. So I'll just make it 1,000 bytes or something for right now, just to see if I can break it. Okay. So now back over here. So here input resource. So we get this. We know the content length, right? If greater than right. Should I make it an int64 then? I guess I should. Fine, make it int64. Go back over to config, make that an int64. Yeah, see, I hate this auto formatting crap. It's like once you become obsessed with lining everything up. I mean, I know the tool's doing it for me, but I still kind of hate it. Okay, thanks. I hate it. Okay, so now let's go back into here, and okay, so if it's too big, then we're going to send back a bad request, and I guess we could send back. I guess we'd send back a string or something to go with it, maybe. Let me see. Is there an HTTP request for entity too large? Maybe there is. Let's see. Payload too large? Yeah. See, there's a payload too large. 413. So it's always nice to get the exact right code because it's like, you know, it just makes you feel good. It makes you feel good inside. It's like, yeah, got the right code here. So let's figure out what the constant is for that. In HTTP, Golang HTTP.status code constants. Constants 413, is that what it was? Status request entity too large. Request entity too large, and we'll give them a little bit of feedback here. Is there a way to well, we won't go crazy with it. Okay, so we'll just do this. I think it's sprint v. Yeah, we'll just do v, whatever. Okay, so we'll send in what they sent us. Oh, I can fix this now too, can't I? Okay. Wait, that's right. Okay. Okay. So now this should probably trigger immediately because I made it 1,000 bytes, right? So let's go ahead and restart the server. Refresh. Drop to pineapple. I guess it's gonna be a new expression. It's like, let's drop to pineapple. You know, whatever that's all about. What did it return? 413. That's right. And so over here we got the classic. Yep, 413 here. And yeah. All right. So we got to put a handler. Should put a handler in there for that. Whilst we're here, where's JavaScript at? There it is. Okay. Wait, actually, it's in not in main. It's in So save to CDN. Yeah. Okay. So we try and put it there. So Okay. So I guess in here, I guess we could also encode that maximum entity size here. I just kind of hate doing that because now remember dry, we're violating dry, and it's like I have to keep it in sync and everything. Better just to try it with the server because that way if I change the server later, you know, it's like not going to be a big deal. Let's see here. All right, let's see. But if the URL is null, then we got problems. So yeah, we'll just do this. We'll do an error. So if for some reason we couldn't create either URL, either way, I guess we'll do it this way. Okay, so let's see what goes down here. So now we drop the old pineapple, unable to create image item. All right. Oh, I want to return, right? For sure. Yeah. Yep. So now, yep, unable to create image item because it's just too big. So now let's go fix the server back the way it's supposed to be. Make the size bigger. And that should actually, and now it should accept it. Or it didn't accept it. Oh, because of the 500 error. Nice. So my other error is coming through now, which was what I wanted. Yeah. So let's see. We're getting there. Let's go back into our CDN code. So we've now validated that the thing's not too big. And let's see. I can probably get rid of that debug there. So now all we got to do is actually read it and stick it into our CDN folder. Well, actually a couple things. So we let the client give us the URL, right? Basically the client's saying, hey, create this entity at this URL, and that URL has the hash and the byte length and everything. So we need to save that file off, but we also need to validate that they didn't lie to us, because clients lie. Clients lie all the time. That's the tricky thing about writing any of this stuff, is you've got to anticipate all the ways that people will try and cheat. So one of the ways, like I could just totally go into Postman or something and try and upload an entity and give it a bogus name and a bogus hash, and so we have to validate that it actually is what it says it is. So what we'll do, I'm trying to think. We need to have the whole file before we know what the hash is. So I think we're just going to save the file off, because at this point we validated that at least this file doesn't exist, right? I guess we could do a little bit more rudimentary validation too and make sure that the file name is well formed. Meaning it's got the 3 components it's supposed to have, and it's at least appears to be a hash and a byte count or something like that. So let's see. Yeah, so here's what we're going to do for that. We're going to I'm going to create a another structure to handle that stuff. So let's see here. Resource, okay, struct, and it's going to have the SHA hash string. It's going to have let's see, byte count as int 64, why not? And then type string. Okay. All right. And then we're going to create a couple of helper functions that will basically parse out a file name and return a resource struct, or vice versa. That will take a resource struct and generate a file name from it, right? So let's see. So we'll just call this one, we'll call the first one, well, I'm still trying to figure out my way how to organize these Golang files and things, because normally I like to put definitions of structs near the code that goes with them. So here's like the initialization stuff, but these are like the public endpoints here. I'll put all the helpers at the top, I guess. Yeah, okay, so we'll do that up here. That's fine. Okay. Func resourcey. File name. Resource for file name. It's going to return a resource object, right? Okay, so now going back and remembering what these look like. This is what the files, this is what they look like, right? So, yep, they are hyphenated. So we got to split on hyphens, and then we got to parse some stuff. So, all right, right. And then we got to fix the MIME type because we changed the slash to a dot, so we're gonna replace that, right? Okay. So, okay. So I think it's just called split, but let's go look at it. Split the string in Golang. Split, yeah, with a separator, right? What's the split macro? Strings.split, okay. And we're going to split it on hyphen, okay. And then, okay, so here's the other thing. This could be, to be really good, we should deal with the fact that it might be malformed. So maybe the way we'll handle that is we'll return a resource pointer. Well, now we'll just return an error or two. How about that? Or okay. How about just okay? Good enough. Okay. So this is kind of a cool feature of Golang. If you're not familiar with this, you can actually name your return values, and it declares variables that you can use throughout the body of your function. And you can use this, I kind of find it cryptic syntax, but you basically, if you just do a return, it automatically returns those two variables, right? So if I do this at the end of the function, it automatically returns the variable called res and okay, right? All right, so now let's see. If len fna not equal to 3, return. And it's automatically going to be not okay. So it's like, okay is already false, right? So we're going to return, yeah, yep, not okay. What's this all about? What's it complaining about? Oh, okay, yeah, we're good. So now, ChatGPT 6 fna 0, right? We got to parse. Actually, I'm thinking I might change that too, because I got to look up. The next thing I got to do is look up the SHA-256 hashing in Golang and see what type that key is, because I want the keys to be compatible, so it's easier to test. So, but okay, let's see. I've looked this up recently too. It's parse int, right? Y. I've looked it up recently. Parse int. yeah. strcomp parse int, right? And it's got, it returns an error as well, right? Okay. And how does that work? It returns, come on, strconv parse int error. It does return an error, right? So if res dot byte count comma And you notice, okay, I'm using the syntax to auto declare something here, which is fine. Equals str conv dot parse int, and we're going with the string is a1 base 10 and then 64, I guess, right? Yep. If error is not equal to nil, return. Okay. Why is it complaining now? I thought that's right for sure, but is it not right? Maybe it's not smart enough to know the difference. Okay, we'll see. So now we've parsed the integer. Then the last thing is we've got to fix the MIME type, right? So MIME type equals fna2. Oh wait, okay, wait, yeah, that's right. 2 dot replace. Was it strings? Replace. Let's replace all. Or is it replace? Shoot, okay. Let's think about this. Are there any MIME types that have a period in them? Yeah, my system might not be good. Maybe I should go with underscore instead of, let's see here. MIME types. Okay, slash, okay, subtype. I don't ever remember seeing one with a period in it, but sure enough, it's got to be out there somewhere. The other thing is I kind of control what MIME types I'm sending from the server, or from the client to the server, so maybe I'm overthinking it. Let's see. Especially if I only do the first one. Maybe that's the thing. Okay. Actually, I can do what it said there. I can do replace place. Only one occurrence, right? All right. So current string, fna2. Old string is going to be dot. New string is going to be slash, and number of occurrences is 1. All right. Okay, so now with all that, let's go ahead and input resource. Okay, so we're right in here. We got the resource name, right? Let's see. Let's see. Equals resource from file name. RN, right? If not okay, what am I returning error-wise here? Oh, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so we're going to do this. This basically means it's an invalid resource URL. So that's going to be a bad request, right? I think. Is there? I wonder if there's an even more specific HTTP error code for bad entity name. Forget it. I'm just gonna go bad request. All right. So sprintf and say malformed entity name. Try again, my friend. Okay, so return, yeah. Okay. And then we can do this. Info. Okay. Non-name res.byte count on left side of equals. Non-name. Oh, now I remember. Okay. So I want to use this syntax. It doesn't allow you to do that. You can't use like a field name on the left side of this thing for some reason. So we're just gonna do it this way. Doesn't it let me do that? I thought it did. Okay. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Now I should test the new malformed string thing, so what I'll do is I'll temporarily corrupt the string. So let's go in here. Pardon me. So I'm forming this URL and save to CDN. Here's my nicely formatted name. What's the easiest way to corrupt it? There's many ways I could corrupt it, I guess. But I guess the easiest way, I'll just add a dash at the beginning. Okay, so now when I come in here, unable to create image item, that's right. I've got a 400 back. Yeah, we didn't print out what the result was, but I know what it says, I think. Let's go check. Why does it keep doing that? That's really kind of annoying. All right. Gotta do it again. Boom. Oh. Okay, now the session's active again. Drop this in here. And go look at this one real quick. Alright. Oh. I can't wait. Body, yeah, let's see. Well, and that sucks. If I want to see the text, I have to do it's async, so. And I can't do a wait in the debugger, but oh well. I'll just take my word. I'll believe it. It's a 400, so that's what I was expecting. Okay. Let's fix that. Boop. Back the way it was. Now, if everything works according to plan, I should see that resource info stuff. Or maybe not. Let's see. What is it complaining about here? 400. Yeah, we're doing the put. 400. Back into CDN code here. Am I not calling resource from file name? I thought I was. Let's see, put resource. Let's do this. Just for my edification, we'll go ahead and dump out the response so I knew what it said. So back over here in this guy here. Console.error await resp.text. We'll do it this way. right. Malformed entity name. Oh, okay, cool. It still thinks it's malformed. Because why? Let's find out. Let's go look at my code that parses this stuff. By the way, if you're watching, thanks for watching. I'm sure it's kind of late, and wherever, if you're in America, if you're in India or something, good morning. Okay, so let's see here. It's complaining because oh wait, I know exactly why. I went to all this trouble. Resource from file name, everything's fine. At the end, okay equals true. That's why. Everything's okay, I just never told them it was okay. So now, when I drop the pineapple, still wrong. Oh wait, no, it's right. It's a different error now. We're getting a 500 now. So we're back to the normal error. So, alright, so we got, and you know, sorry, this is taking so long, but it's like this is the kind of place, this is the place where you can really screw up and you can put a big hole in your system. So I just want to really think about every little case. And you notice sometimes I'm kind of fast and loose with error handling and things in some routines. If I know that it's called internally, let's say, and I know that higher layers have taken care of that, and there won't be that many, you know, there won't be bad actors coming in. But this is a case where this is where people will try and break your system. So you really want to try and think out all the edge cases and do as much as you can to validate stuff first. So, all right, so we got our resource from file name info stuff. Yep, yep, and we checked our size stuff. Yep. And so now let's look into SHA-256 hashing in Golang. So Golang 256 hash. Yes, that's what I want, I guess. Okay. Crypto SHA-256. Okay, so you can do it with a stream as well. So we may be doing that actually. Very possibly. Okay, because we do want to think about performance on this one. These files are not huge, but they're not small either. So, I mean, I don't think we want to read the whole thing into memory. We probably want to buffer it as it goes. So we want to do our hashing on the way as we go. So Golang crypto SHA-256. Okay, let's go take a look at that. All right. Okay. A new hash, computing the checksum. Yeah, let's see here. And what does it come out as? It comes as a binary string, or is it just a byte array or something? What's the response? It does return a byte array, I guess. Yeah, let's see. New, it returns a hash.hash. Let's see. Returns a byte array. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So this would be, can basically use the hash as a target, like a write target. Like you could read from a file and use write to write to this hash. So, but what we're going to want to do is we're going to be reading from the client
writing to the file and hashing at the same time, ideally. So, let's think about how we can do that. Or let's more importantly, let's look at it and see how people who are good at Golang do that. Let's see. Let's see what they talk about. Let's see. Copy a file. Not helpful. Not really what I want. All right, let's see here. Well, let's dig into it. Let's go look at the. Okay, now I've got to remember which one of these I was looking at. Context, maybe? No. Okay. The request object has body. That's right, which is a read closer. What's a read closer? Read and close methods. Okay. Read. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. So, well, you know what? We may just do this in what I would consider not the dumb, but the naive way, and we'll see how it goes. So the only question now is how big to make our buffer, how big to make our read buffer. Let's see here. HTTP body. Let's see. Yeah, 2 to 8K, something like that. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, 8192. Yeah. 4K is decent. All right, so we'll just do that. We'll just create a, yeah. So we're just gonna create a byte buffer here. So, and if I gotta remember how to do that. Byte. What is it? It's like, I don't want a slice, I want actual, right? Let's see, how do you do that? I think you just, I'm going to be putting it on the stack, so it won't really matter much. Let's see. No, not what I want. Byte array, Golang, boom. byte array of. Yeah, I don't want to initialize it, but size. Make a byte. Do I have to make a byte, or can I just declare it? Yeah, I could give it a size. Okay, cool. All right, so it's going to equal 4096, right? That's 4K. Is it 2 to the... Is it 2 to the 10th? Haha, 2 to the 11th. Okay. Right. No, it's not happy. Wait. Declare byte array. Can I just do it? Okay, there we go. Now I think I got a byte array. So what we got to do is we also got to create our hasher, right? So we're going to need to go create a new SHA-256 hash. So let's go back up to the tippy top here. I swear I thought I saw a good example somewhere. Yep. Yeah, so basically, yeah, H, so it's copy HF. Yeah, that's doing, okay, that's treating it like a file, but we don't want to treat it like a file right now. Or, well, I guess can we write to it? I guess we can, yeah, we're going to write to it. So essentially, while we're reading stuff from the body, so let's go find that stuff. It's amazing how deep down we go into here. Okay, so we're reading from the body. Yeah, I think we just yeah, we'll just take a look and see what they got. Yeah, they got this loop, right? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I like that much, but okay. Is this a good idiom? Let's look at a couple more, because yeah, it just looks kind of ugly to me. But okay, reading a file. Yeah, we don't want to load it entirely. We're going to read it in chunks. So yeah, I guess that's how they're doing it. Right. All right. Well, maybe we're not. So they're dynamically allocating this buffer, and I'm allocating it on the stack, which I don't know. I don't know which one's better. I was just thinking the stack's easy because I mean, you know, it's like 4K. It's not like a huge thing, but let's see. Let's see what they got to say about that. Do. Okay. So the declaration doesn't matter. Okay. So the compiler will do it. So I guess Golang's going to take care of it for me. It's taken care of. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's just the big things must be allocated. Or C programmer. Yep, exactly. That's how I was thinking. But let Golang deal with it. Okay. So now I think we're almost ready to do our read loop. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to where didn't I have yeah. Okay, so it's going to return CB equals C dot request body dot read. Okay. Right? So can I cast that or what? It's like can't I? Fine, I'll just do it this way. All right. Okay. Oh wait. Okay, wait. Okay, it's time to think through this logic a second. So basically, like, is it possible to return EOF and return a byte count? I don't know. Am I assuming? Let's not assume. But I thought I read somewhere where it said the byte count could be non-zero, and it can still be EOF. So basically, if there are any bytes, we need to do two things. We need to add them to the hash, and we need to write them to the disk. So we need a couple more files here. We're going to need we need to open that file for writing. Open file for writing, Golang, boom. So we're going to do, okay. Right. So here's what we do. Let's see. We're going to call this F. Let's see. Is that right? Is that a keyword? Is it O of a keyword? No, it's not. And error equals the error already exists, right? So, but of is new. Okay. Equals os dot create path x. Wait, file path. Join fig dot storage root, comma. All right. So now we know RN is good. So we're good with resource name being good, right? Okay. For okay. if error is non-nil, then return c dot no content status internal server. Okay, and we'll also log something here. So c dot logger dot error f creating item. All right. Okay. So now we got our output file, right? So now the next thing we need is our our hasher. So let's go find our hasher. So we need equals SHA-256 new, right? All right. And so now is CB, if CB is non-zero, I don't care if there's an error or not. That means there are bytes, so we got to write them. So CB is greater than 0. OF.write. Yeah, so we're going to have to do a slice here, right? So we're going to have to do I think that's right. Right? Okay. Okay. All right. So now we're doing that. Hopefully we are accumulating our hash. Oh, wow. Time flies when you're having fun, huh? It's already 11:15. Crazy. So now if error is UF, then we break. If it's not equal to nil, we're just going to punt. And so we're going to throw an internal server error and get out of here. So actually, there's a couple things we're probably going to need to do. Let's see. We might have an inconsistent, like the file might be partially written. So, let me think about that. I wonder if there's a way to abort. I wonder if there's a way to abort a file, like so it doesn't. So it, now it's probably already on the disk, so we're gonna have to delete it. But it's open, so we have to close it. Why is Elon Musk on my screen? Pardon me. Let's think about this. The trick is this. I did this defer up here. Defer OF close. So it's going to close the file when we exit. If it's already closed, is that going to be an issue? Let's go back to the old Golang playground. I wonder if it'll let me create a file. Let's see. And then okay. Okay. Oh, we got to do the defer. Okay. First of all, will this work? Okay, well, we'll just do it this way. Okay, so that worked. Then what if I close it? closing a closed file a problem? Apparently not. It kind of offends my sensibilities, but I guess it's not a big deal. Well, that's cool. Yeah. So what we can do is, okay, if there's another error, here's what we're going to do. We're going to delete this file. So how do you delete? Golang is remove. Okay, so let's see. First of all, let's get the file name. Okay, so now we got the file name. Okay, and then it's, what is it, os.remove? Okay, and it's going to return an error, but you know what? We're not even going to bother intercepting the error because we're already returning an error, and if there is an error, well, I guess we could at least log it. We should log the error. We're not going to tell, we're not going to tell the client anything, but we'll at least log it. C.logger .error rf item right for the file name and the error. So we'll do this and we'll do this. Okay. And we will, after all this, we will break. Right. Okay. I still kind of hate these infinite loops, but I guess it's the Golang way, man. I don't know. Just got to do it this way. Okay, what am I missing here? Actually, this is not a break. This is a return, I think, because we're done with this function now. We're not going to proceed anymore. Okay. Yeah, because we got to return a internal server error. Yes, that's what we're doing. Okay. So once we've exited this loop, at this point, we should have well, so here's the interesting bit. It's like if they uploaded something bogus, meaning the hashes don't match, we're going to delete this file again. So I guess we can figure that out here. Because we're going to want to close. Basically, this whole idiom is going to happen again, sort of, right? All right. Well, let's go ahead and see. Let's see what we got. We can read the sum at this point. I still feel like we should close the file, though. I'm going to close the file anyway. I mean, they can't stop me. And I guess there's still a possibility that, I don't know why this defer is needed anymore, but because I don't think there's any way out of this loop without closing it. I'll leave it, but it bothers me. Okay. So now let's check out that. Let's see the sum. Why is it passing a nil there, though? Hash.sum. Hash.sum. Okay, you pass in nil and then it So that's just how you return the current hash, I guess. Is that right? All right, well, let's try it. Okay, so let's go ahead and log. Client SHA. And how do we dump that as, let's see. Oh, it's hex. Oh, if we do as hex. Okay, so let's see here. Fmt.sprintf. Wait, actually, I can just do it right there, can't I? So we will dump the ri.sha, and we'll dump the hf.sum nil. Okay. Okay, and now after all that, let's see what we got. I've lost track. Where's zoom draw? Hey, it's over here. Boom. Where are my pineapples? There they are. Okay. So what did we get? Client SHA, server SHA. Holy cow, guys. Guess what? They match. I think. Let's put it this way. The first 5 characters match, and the last 5 characters match. If they don't match in the middle, I'm going to be rich because I probably figured out how to crack Bitcoin. So I don't think I did. But that's great. This is super awesome. So let's go ahead and grab that. Okay, so now we just got to compare the 2 hashes. And the byte counts. Do we compare the byte counts as well? We got to do that too. So we got to validate that the byte count matches. So we can do that. Actually, we can do that earlier. We can do that up here somewhere. So once we get the resource info. Okay, so actually let's check the content length and things up here maybe. Okay. I'm going to grab this and put it in CL, so we'll say okay, if not okay, or ri dot byte count not equal to CL, then malformed entity name. I'm not going to be more specific because I know why. I know why it's malformed. So let's see if I broke anything with that. Okay. Yeah, we're getting a 403. Oh, did I break it? Let's see. What's going on there with that? Oh, I just thought of another very important thing too, is like right now the CDN is totally wide open. I need to add some authentication to make sure you're actually an authenticated user before you're allowed to upload something. Kind of a big deal because I should have thought of that a little sooner. 403 error. Why is it doing that? Let's get a new browser window. Okay. Why do we get an error here? That's because there was no content at all, or let's see. Status 403. 403 is that's not bad request. Bad request is 400. Yeah. 403 is forbidden. Oh my gosh! Wait a minute. That's why. Look at that, guys. The code is working as intended. I'm getting a 403 because that entity already exists. It's already there. How cool is that? Oh, golly. Kind of makes me happy. Okay. Having write test, it doesn't bother me. Okay, well, cool. So, honestly, I think it worked. Not completely, though, because there's still the possibility of a corrupt, of having a corrupt hash. So, let's add that last bit of validation in here. So, let's see. Upload hash is going to equal sprintf. Let's see. Not equal to so if they do not agree, then we got to send malformed entity name again. Should I say bad? Something about bad hash? Yeah, make my life slightly easier, I guess. Okay. Now, guess what? We can change this from internal service error server to status OK. All right. So let's run this through one more time. Yep. Okay, let's run it. Now, the first time through, boom, everything is groovy. Return 200, right? I think so. Oh, and see, look here. So now we created that element. We created the item because it's a two-step process. First, we have to upload the data. Then we have to create the item. And we created the item using the correct URL. Right there it is. Okay. Let's double check this up here. Yeah, return 200. So now, though, if I try and upload it again, because we don't have an implemented head and get yet. And actually, we've got time. I think we may actually get the CDN stuff done today, which would be super cool. So let's see if we can finish that up before the stream is over. Let's see here. Yep, So back into here. Let's make sure I haven't messed anything up in here. So, oh, we do eventually have to deal with this authentication problem. So how am I going to do that? Because at the moment, the CDN has no knowledge of the authentication status from the web client or anything like that. How do I want to handle that? Well, let's finish these first, and then I'll do it. Like, I'm assuming I have to handle it with some kind of token or something. We have to pass the session token in. That is a possibility. Yeah, maybe I'll do it that way. I'll have them pass in the session token as a query parameter, and then I'll look it up and make sure the session's active and stuff like that. All right, but first, let's go ahead and implement the get resource stuff. So, all right. Okay, so the first thing we've got to do here, so the reason I've written it this way, this get resource function is going to either just do head or it's going to do the full get request. So we've got the stat info, which means we can set the response headers to the size, like the file size. Man, I've got a lot of browser windows open. Let's do a quick pruning here. Get rid of some of these. So many windows. Okay. Yep. Okay. I'm already kind of thinking about lunch, to be honest, guys. I'm kind of excited about it. There's like this cafe at the end of the street, and they serve like this kind of a Korean burger. It's like bulgogi burger. I'm thinking today might be a bulgogi burger day, to be real. All right, let's see here. Don't need that. Man, we went deep into it today, didn't we? We got some serious stuff going on. All right, so let's go back to where. All right. So what I need to do for the head is I need to set I'll set the content type. I'll set the MIME type, all that other stuff. And now the cool thing is, pardon me, we have this name, right? So I can actually get the resource info. So resource from file name, right? Error equals, okay, yeah, there we go. So this would be crappy because that means we've got a badly formed file name in our, we got a badly formed file in our CDN, but we'll just log it. Yep. And we'll return c dot no content status internal server error. Yep. Okay. So now we've taken care of that. And then you said, you'll notice that, I'm being super bulletproof with this stuff because I want, this thing is going to be kind of the workhorse of the front end. It's going to have to be fast and it's going to have to be efficient, and plus it's susceptible to attack. So we got to try and make sure we cross all the T's, dot all the I's. So now we got our resource information, so I can set some headers. So we got to do that in golang http.response. Let's take a look at the response type. So how do we set headers? No, that's not what I want. Response down right. We don't want to do that, right? Wait. Response over. Header. Wait, where are we at here? Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. Canonical MIME header key. All right, let's see here. So, okay, we're going to set the content length of the content type. Okay. As long as we're in here, we're also going to validate. I mean, it's just nice to validate on an ongoing basis. Things haven't been corrupted. So we can say if ri.byte count not equal to, because we know how big the file is. We got the status here, right? We got our file status size. We'll do a warn here. So cdn item see malformed file name bad byte count file name and then actual. Okay, so we need rn, right? We're gonna need byte count, and then we're gonna need size. Okay. All right. Now, I think I just want to set it. So let's see. So can I do that? Response dot header set. How do I do that? I want to see some examples of this. So okay, well, it's that easy, huh? All right, fine. Yeah, because I was trying to make it more complicated than it needed to be. Set content type. All right, MIME type, right? Set the headers with that. Content length is going to be size, right? What's the type? Okay, wait. So we got a string. We got to convert that to string. Is there a quick way to do that? Sprintf. I got to do sprintf. Oh well, I guess I have to. Or sprint. Sprint. Format that's sprint. Okay. Okay. All right, so we set the content type, we set the content length. What else? I'm trying to think. Do we care about anything else much? Or we just start writing? I guess we can just write it. I think we just open it and we write it to the response. So let's see. So response, right? Yeah, right there it is, right? Wait. Not headers, but response, right. Right. Response to, oh, okay, wait, that's something else. Body, response body. here. Content. Oh, content length. I can set the content length right there, can I? Very cool. Echo response. Oh, echo response doesn't have that. Oh, okay. So let's see what's going on. Response. Send a file. Boom. Is it that easy? For real? Does it? Set the content type. Really? Well, all right, man. We'll try this. I'm not sure about all this. C.file with the path, right? Let's see. Okay, wait. Get the full path. All right. Okay. Source from file name. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Now let's see. Okay, wait. So now here's the bit though. So if it's a head request only, then we send back no content. That's the deal. Right. So that's why things get a little trickier here. Okay, so let's get the request. We need to check and see. Where's request? Let's see here. Context. Yep. It says, let's see. See, it's saying HTTP request. It's weird. Response. What about response, though? Okay, let's take a look at response. Got our own response here. The response writer, and then size. Let's see here. Header. All right, so it does have a header though. Okay. C.response. Okay. And that would be I'm type, right? There we go. And then h.set. Right, fs.size, right? Okay. Now here's the trick. We got to check the request method. And so I think it's in, let's see. Where do I get the request method? There we go. Okay. Come on, man. Golang http.request. Not method. I just want to see that. Request. Method. Okay. So, all right, here's what we do. So basically, c.request. Come on, I can type this. And if it is head, return no content. Okay, so let's look this up real quick. For head request. I think just 200, maybe. I think it's just 200 or whatever. Yeah, just 200. Good enough. 200. Yeah, we'll just do 200. Status okay. All right. Otherwise. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's see. Now that I see this, I don't like it. So. Equals head. Then we return no content. Otherwise, we're always going to return the file. And I know that it can never be anything else, but we don't, It's I feel uncomfortable whenever there's a possible route out of a function that doesn't have a return value. So I think we're going to be okay with this. Okay. So now, where are we at? Let's see. Let's go back here. See if it compiles. See if it runs. Okay. Let's go back in here. I forgot where we're at on the CDN. So CD projects, GitHub, Umdraw, server CDN. There's our pineapple. So it's still there. So if I drop the pineapple, let's drop the pineapple. But oh man, what happened to my pineapple? Did I close it? This is terrible. Oh, there they are. Now it should get a head back, right? Yes, it did what I expected. I think it asked the server if this thing existed, and the server said sure thing. That's cool. Let's see. And it just used the existing URL, right? I'm going to have to work on that. That's obviously a problem, but yeah. One baby steps. Okay, so let's see. Hmm. Why does this continue to happen? This is insane. Once again. So. Okay, yep, cool. So it did what I thought it was going to do. And if I drop a new thing that's never seen before, this pineapple. Yeah, I need to work on that. What's that error aborted? That's kind of ugly. But I'll have to look into that. But then it went ahead and uploaded it. So now if I look in here, there's another item. Well, guys, you know what? It's 5 minutes to go. And the CDN is working. I think we're going to call it quits for today. I think this is an awesome stopping point. So let's at least, hey, let's not all forget, this is important. Right. Initial CDN functionality complete. Boom. Yeah, actually, I have to. I did some hacking too on my plain HTML stuff, my plain HTML framework. So I implemented inheritance, and that's like a whole other topic. But for example, you'll see before I couldn't do things like this. And here I've got okay, item. Okay, so this item extends this. There are a bunch of classes that are derived from item, like these item SVG, item image, item link, etc. But I couldn't do things like this before. I couldn't have like styles that I wanted to inherit from each of those. But so I've made the ability now you can inherit things. So basically, if you subclass this this element, you get all these styles. So which is cool. So that's how all that saving behavior worked. And when you saw the little borders and things, the save borders, that kind of stuff going on. But all right. But I had to make some changes to my framework for that. So added. Style, and markup, inheritance. Okay. And guys, that is that. So thank you if you came in and you stuck around for a while. I know it's late, but hope you got something enjoyable out of it. And I will see you all next week. So.